I am back. Rudrance for Black and White Network. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, like, comment. As always, check us out on podcast, wherever you get your podcasting from. Let's get into this because, look, I'm going to tell you how far we are apart from the leftists on this particular situation involving Daniel Penny and Jordan Neely. The fact is, as far as I'm concerned, Daniel Penny is a hero. Eric Adams should be presenting this dude with a key to New York, a key to the city. This guy is to be celebrated because he stepped out in front in a situation, proactively took care of an issue that could have been very dangerous for a lot of people because that was the direction it was trending. Instead, they want to get this guy on manslaughter. One side of the aisle, the other side of the aisle, we could not be more further apart on this issue. And there's no coming together on it, I promise you. This Marine, he is a hero. And now, and we've seen this before already, but we've got another witness that has come out on this issue. And of course, the wokes are trying to make this a race issue. I don't know why that is. I don't. It was a danger issue, not a race issue. The guy could have been white. The guy could have been Mexican. Either way, he was a threat, and he was a threat that was neutralized. Do you really believe Daniel Penny went, oh, he's black, I need to choke him out? Of course he didn't. I mean, you can say it out loud, and it sounds absurd. Only an idiot would truly think that. Well, AOC, enter AOC. Hey, we're in, we need an idiot. We got one, AOC, right here. All right, well, we've checked that box. We've got a witness that has come out. She has made comments. She is praising Daniel Penny for having neutralized this asshole. And we, of course, had AOC coming out, making all these polarizing comments, making this about race. And the witness has also slammed AOC about having made this about race, about furthering the divide in this country. This is the Blaze. A woman who witnessed subway death calls Marine a hero. Slams AOC for politicizing the incident. Race is being used to divide us. Yeah, the resegregation of America is in full effect. It's in full effect. The fact is, racism was on life support. It truly was. Then George Floyd happened, and everybody started making everything about race. And I'll kiss your ass in front of the courthouse on a Monday morning when everybody shows up to work if people don't see race more now than they ever did right prior to George Floyd having happened. I think it's further divide in this country. I truly do. We are taking steps backwards, not forwards. It's ridiculous. I mean, we just don't buy it, folks. A woman who witnessed the chokehold death of a homeless man on a New York City subway eviscerated politicians for radicalizing the incident, and she called the former Marine a, quote, hero for defending the other bystanders. Look, as long as you got Eric Adams and Alvin Bragg in New York City, as long as you got leftists there, did you truly believe at some point you weren't going to have a Batman show up? The inmates are running the asylum that's now known as New York City. At some point, law-abiding citizens are going to have enough, and they're going to start protecting themselves and others. This is not a surprise. This is not a surprise. And the fact that leftists don't see it that way, that's also not a surprise. The woman told Fox News Digital that she is retired, identifies as a person of color, that breaks narrative, and has lived in New York City for over 50 years. She said she was reading a book when the 30-year-old Jordan Neely threatened the passengers on the subway May 2nd. Quote, I'm sitting on a train reading a book, and all of a sudden, I hear someone spewing this rhetoric. He said, I don't care if I have to kill an F. I will. I'll go to jail. I'll take a bullet, she said. She said the people were terrified and the crowd around the exits to get away from Neely. Quote, I'm looking at where we are in the tube, in the sardine can, and I'm like, okay, we're in between stations. There's nowhere we can go. There's nowhere to escape. You've got a crazy guy on a subway that's threatening people. Yes, grown men are going to step up and take action when there's a threat like that. This is a woman we're talking about here. The people on that, and by the way, why are the lives of the people on the subway train any less valuable than Jordan Neely's? That seems to get lost here. The people on that train were scared. We were scared for our lives. She said Daniel Penny took action after Neely used the words bullet and kill during his tirade. Why in the world would you take a bullet? Why? You don't take a bullet because you've snatched something from somebody's hand. You take a bullet for violence, she said. She said that she stayed in order to make a statement to the police and that she and at least 3 other passengers thanked Penny for his actions. Do we really believe the New York City police force believes this guy, Daniel Penny, is now a criminal? Of course they don't. They're not stupid. They can see what's happening in their very own city. Quote, Mr. Penny cared for people. That's what he did. That is his crime. He cared. You know who don't care? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She only cares about her narrative, and she's spreading a shitty one. She went on to call Penny a hero. It was self-defense. I believe in my heart that he saved a lot of people that day that could have gotten hurt. The woman singled out Socialist Democrat represented Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York as an example of politicians who are unfairly maligning Penny. There was AOC saying that this gentleman was lynched. Why would she do that? She's supposed to be for all people. Of course she's not. This isn't about race. This is about people of all colors who were very, very afraid, and a man who stepped up in to help them. Race is being used to divide us. Penny was freed from jail on a $100,000 bond and is due in court in July. The woman concluded with a warning about standards dropping in the U.S. Quote, it's not looking that good for us. You know, we were supposed to be an example to other nations, but we are turning into a third world country. Yeah, we're turning into a third world shithole. Especially in democratic cities. Again, when you start elevating the criminals and making their lives more valuable than law-abiding citizens, you are getting a major problem in this country. And yes, of course, at some point, you're going to get ex-law enforcement, you're going to get ex-military that are going to step in, realize they are trained for certain situations, and they're going to start handling it on their own. Or maybe they would have until this. I can tell you right now, in Texas or Florida, this guy wouldn't even have been charged. They could line the streets with leftists with their BLM flags and everything else, and it would have fell on deaf ears. This guy's a hero. And this is a person of color saying this, by the way. I mean, how much will this story make it on MSNBC and CNN? My guess is it won't. It won't. I don't know. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.